when I was a kid, I love music. I love music. I watch in TV the people with guitar, with piano, but I'm from a poor family. I never see in my family, in my home, an instrument or a library, for example. My mother go outside for work every day. I'm in the streets with other kids like me. And for me, the music, it's a expensive thing, maybe expensive. This is not true, but I was a kid. And the first time my sister go back at home with a cassette tape like this. In this cassette tape, I listened the first time a rap song. And the group is Run DMC. It's a famous classical rap group. And when I listen this, I think, wow, this is different. These people not singing, these people talk on the beat. And I think, wow, this is possible for me. Without instrument, without guitar, without piano, only my voice and a beat. And I start. In Italy, when I go in my school, the elementary school, I know the filastrocche. I don't know the word in English. Com'è, Vetri? Filastrocche.
Filastrocche are like play rhymes. They can be tongue twisters as well. Yeah.
Yeah. When you go to school in Italy, the teacher wanna teaching you this. Ambara baci cicocò, tre galline sul comò, che facevano l'amore con la figlia del dottore. For me, now, this rap, I make the beat, ambara baci cicocò, tre galline sul comò. It's the same thing. Rap music, it's poetry. It's poetry with a beat. It's similar. It's similar to other form of communication. For example, you search on YouTube rap music from Uzbekistan or from India or from Italy or from Nigeria. Exist in every country of the world. And this culture born in the US, in the Bronx. And I know the history. When I start to talk about my life, my immigrant father, my roots, the journalists, the media around me ask me for the interview, okay? I show you the first interview from the 2006, the year of my first album. For example, I never write a lyric for the immigrant people. I write lyrics for the people. And the people around me is immigrant, Italian, from other country, every humans around me, like this. But the journalists and the media don't want this, okay? Write a title like this. Amir, Italo, Tiziano, rap per immigrati, okay?
Yeah.
I want to show you this. I want to show you this at all the people. I'm proud about this. Remember the last song of my short show called Guerrieri. This is a book school from a famous editor in Italy called Rizzoli. You know Rizzoli. This is Rizzoli Education. And Rizzoli, the last year, bring my lyrics of Guerrieri, and in this book, this school book, Amirissa Guerrieri, okay? In the middle of a famous song about De André or other famous author in Italy. Maybe this is the first time in Italy a school book have a rapper in the book. The lyrics, playing with the lyrics. And when I see that, I have an idea for a new book. Put out, yeah, this is my new book. The name of the new book is Education Rap. Educazione Rap. And I want to tell to the teenagers my history. For example, when I listen hip hop, rap music, first time I listen Public Enemy. And in a song, Public Enemy mention Malcolm X. I don't know who is Malcolm X, really, when I was a kid. When I listen this song, Malcolm X, and I want to know about Malcolm X, and I buy a book of Malcolm X when I was a teenager, and I start to read this history. Rap music teaching me a lot about this.
Another thing that I would add to that too is just the historical importance. Like, you know how Amir was talking about the way he found out about Malcolm X through Public Enemy. You know, the way he found out about, you know, an alternative history to what the mainstream just kind of, this is what everybody gets to learn about America from America education. You know, a lot of people got that through hip hop, especially a lot of people of color, especially a lot of people of color who were children to single mothers, because, you know, there wasn't the internet, there was, you know, music, and we're listening to these tapes and these records and the things that are getting said by Chuck D and Rakim and KRS-One and all these guys of that time, Run DMC. Those things were sticking with us because it was like, this was a primary source of this type of information. And so when you can even go to pre-hip hop, this isn't just a rap thing or a hip hop thing. Like, if you listen to the song by Stevie Wonder called Sir Duke, in that song, he does a whole roll call of other Black artists that you need to know who they are.
We in Italy have this problem, and maybe the color of my skin helped me, because we have lights now, lights. All the people want to talk with you. You a new Italian, you a son of an immigrant. I want to talk to you, but don't want the truth, okay? This help me sometimes, but sometimes don't help me. For example, I walk in the streets with my friends. The police around me look me and ask me the ID, not my friends. This. At the airport, for example, the police want my ID, not the ID of the white people. And this is not a help for me. For example, you born in other country, France or Argentina, and you have your grandfather from Italy, you have citizenship. It's stupid. You born in Italy and you don't have parents, you're not Italian. I don't understand this.
I think that
really.
what's happening is that just countries are trying to hold on to like the ancient idea that a country is supposed to be ethnically defined by the ethnic majority in that country. And so once that becomes threatened in any way, people just get scared and they start reacting to it in all these weird different ways that don't make any sense. I don't think that you can just control the population in that way. You know what I mean? It's like, for instance, in America, a lot of people are afraid when their daughter brings home a black guy, because guess what? That baby's going to be black and there's nothing you can do about it. And that scares people. And that just makes them not like what they see just on sight before they even think about what you might be like as a person or what your purpose on the earth might be. Keep him away from my daughter. Keep her away from my son.